let's discuss about the 50 most important topics for your June 2024 paper, right? I'll give you the topics in a structured manner, unit wise. So get this entire list, either take a screenshot of it, or I'll share it on the group, or you can utilize it in the, you can write down the notes in your, like, make the list accordingly, right? So let's discuss about the most important topics, right? So let's start with unit number 1. So unit number 1 is what? Unit 1 is your biochemistry, right? From biochemistry, the first most important topic is chemical bonds. Every year you can expect a question from chemical bonds in one way or the other, be it a statement wise question, match the following, or any which way you can get a question from here. Then the concept of amino acids and proteins, I take these two topics all together. So amino acid and proteins is again a very important topic to keep a note of. After this, enzymes, every year in one form or the other, be it your numerical part, be it your statement wise part, be it part B, in any manner you can get a question from enzymes as well. Then the question of Ramachandran plot, again very scoring, very easy and theoretical question. Sometimes analytical question can also be asked from here, so remember about this. After this you have the concept of nucleic acid. So this concept is overlapping with unit number 3 as well. In this you might get a question from the structure of the DNA, the various types of DNAs. You might get the question on stability, you might get the question on the biosynthesis, any which way, or the bonds that are there in nucleic acid. In any manner you can get a question from this segment. After that, there's one more topic where you have the respiration. So respiration is a common topic with unit number 6 also. So I'll take up the list of these topics in unit number 6, right? After this, talking about next unit, that is unit number 2, which is your cell biology. So in cell biology, the very first most important concept is your entire plasma membrane, be it the transportation, be it your structure of plasma membrane, stability of plasma membrane, the various proteins involved, etc., etc. You can get a question from that. Then all the organelles hold a very good importance, right? Every organelle, their structure, their functionality and everything, that's also very important. Then you have the concept of nucleosome, again very important. In addition to that, the nuclear transport is also very important, because in the recent years we have received so many questions from this particular segment. Then obviously cell cycle can never be skipped from unit number 2. Cell cycle, its functionality, various steps involved, various processes involved, experimental questions, cell fusion experiment. Every year you can expect a question from this segment as well. After this, microbial physiology, it's an overlapping concept with unit number 8. So more or less you can get a question from there, right? If you observe the entire content that I have written down here, so unit number 2 is overall very important, right? So there are few units like unit number 2, unit number 4, that is cell signaling. In cell signaling also, almost every single thing that we have, all the signaling pathways are very important. The cell adhesion molecule is a very important concept. Cancer topic is very important, right? In addition to that, all the cell adhesion molecules, where you study about what all things are there, what all type of interactions are there, all of them are very important. Then you have the cell junctions also. So cell adhesion molecule and cell junction go hand in hand, this is also important. After that, from the concept of immunology, In that, the concept where you study about the various IGs, various immunoglobulins, IgG, IgM, all those, they are also very very important, right? If you do not want to go into the depth of the entire immunology, I would suggest you at least go for the basics of immunology, because that holds a very very good importance, right? After this, you have unit number 3, that is molecular biology. So mole bio, again very important, be it transcription, like if you look into the entire central dogma, so DNA converting into RNA and RNA converting into your proteins, right? So every segment is important, be it your DNA replication, be it your transcription, be it your translation, be it the protein degradation concept and everything, protein sorting, every concept is important from molecular biology. Operon concept, every year you can find a question, you can get a question from lac operon, trip operon, ARA, arabinose operon. In recent year, also the December 2023 paper, also we have received the question from ARA, operon. So remember about all these things. We'll be discussing about all the questions also in our PYQ session, which is ongoing, right? After this, you have unit number 5. So unit number 5, that is your developmental biology. Again, very very interesting and a very very important unit to study. You can get a question every year from stem cells, the entire basics of your uh, developmental biology is very important, where you learn about potency, specification, determination, differentiation, all those things very important. Drosophila concept is of utmost importance. Every year you can expect one question, be it in the mutation format, be it in the direct straightforward format, so you can expect a question. ABCE model, very important. In the recent paper also, December 2023, we got a question from here. Genomic equivalence, it's a new hot topic that is there in the question papers right now, in various papers, not just CSIR, UG, in your ICAR, ICMR, not ICMR, ICAR, then DBT, GATE, in these papers as well you get such questions. Then you have embryo sac formation, double fertilization and all those things, which is a segment of, or which is an overlapping topic with unit number 9 as well, that is diversity of life forms, right? Then you have a concept of cleavage, again very very important. All these things holds a very good importance. You should be able to mark such answers if you have learned the things properly, right? After this, you have unit number 6, very important, plant physiology, very interesting unit, very elaborated unit, and I would suggest you try not skipping anything from plant physiology, because be it your nitrogen metabolism, be it your photosynthesis, be it respiration, in photosynthesis all the cycles, C2, C3, C4, CAM pathway, then in respiration about TCA cycle, glycolysis or ETC, you can expect questions from these segments. These topics are universal, you need not to think about that whether should I do it or not. Don't skip it at any cost, just they are like a Bible to you. Make sure that you are reading them anyhow and you're following them up. Okay, so try to go through them religiously. Make sure that you are reading them very, very nicely and you're not skipping them at any cost. Then secondary metabolites, very very important concept. Then you have all the phytochromes that we have, where you learn about cryptochrome, phototrophin and all those things. Every year you can expect a statement wise question or a experimental question from this segment as well. After this, animal physiology. So from animal physiology also, almost every concept, be it your endocrinology, be it your nervous system, thermoregulation, all of these topics are important. Although I'm from botany background, still I have gone through the syllabus, I have seen the previous year question papers as well, and it this unit also holds very importance. So if you are from botany background, I would suggest you Try to do few topics of animal physiology. Do not leave it completely. If you're from zoology background, try to do some topics of plant physiology as well. Do not skip it completely. Okay, try doing something or the other from the other syllabus as well. It will help you to expand your horizon of knowledge also. So try not skipping the entire thing just because you're from botany or just because you're from the zoology background. Then you have inheritance biology, that is genetics. Very very important unit, very interesting unit. In addition, very scoring unit as well. If you have seen the question papers of, or if you have seen the questions from genetics, they are very simple. You just have to have a very good basic conceptual understanding. Mutation is a very important concept. From this, experimental questions can be easily designed. Then you have the various extensions of Mendelian inheritance. You have pedigree analysis. Every year you can expect a question from this segment as well. Then you have the concept of linkage, again very very important, very interesting, very scoring concept. If you know the basic mechanism behind it, you will not find it difficult. After that, the various structural and numerical alterations that we have. Then you have microbial genetics, where you learn about transformation, conjugation, transduction. All these things very important, very very good importance in the examination. So try not skipping all this. Try to revise all this with the best of your ability. After that, diversity of life form is a very general unit. If you go through the previous year questions, you can see a diverse range of questions are asked in from here. So if you're comfortable in learning the facts, go for it. If you feel like just doing the pyqs, do it in that specific manner. It will be equally important, right? So diversity of life form is again very very important. Then ecology and evolution, very important. Complete unit of ecology evolution is very important. In recent June 2023 paper, we got a question from monogamy. The December 2023 paper, we got a question from monogamy. In addition, you can get various other questions as well. So try not skipping these units. These are something which will help you in increasing your scores. Habitat, niche, resource partitioning, Gauss principle, biodiversity, controls, type of species, every single thing is important. I have uploaded few lectures for separate units and their important topic list also on the channel itself. So try that out. I'll share the links also. Survivorship curve is very important. Lotka Volterra model is very important. So these are very simple topics, but you'll have to put in your efforts to learn them. You'll have to put in your efforts to make sure that everything is kept in note. Then from evolution, the origin of cells. Then geological time scale is very important. Then you have the population genetics, where we learn about the Hardy-Wingber principle. Very very important concept. Then you have the gene duplication and divergence. Every year we have got a question. Since last 2 to 3 years, every year we are looking into one question from that particular segment as well, right? So remember to focus on these topics properly. After that, unit number 12, only 7 topics are there in the entire unit, so try not skipping it. Biosensors is very important. Then you have plant tissue culture, animal tissue culture. Then you have the concept of auxin cytokine information, auxin cytokine ratio concept. So try not skipping it. Genomics is important. These questions will help, these things will help you out in your interview segment as well, right? Then you have unit number 13. Molecular markers are very important in this. RFLP, RAPD, AFLP, these are important. Then you have the various techniques and their applications. Every year, match the following part. You can easily get a question from there. Statistical method, binomial theorem, binomial distribution, Poisson distribution, very important. Then you have microscopy concept, very very important, right? So try not skipping all this. If you feel like go through the previous year question and you yourself get to understand which topics are important and which are not important, right? Because these previous year question analysis help you out in finding out the exact thing that whether a topic is important or not. There is no point just keep on wasting time on a topic from where questions are never asked. Do the questions, do the topics which are important, and importance of a question can only be found out when you're analyzing the previous year questions properly, right? So these are 50 or more than 50 topics which I've shared with you. Try not skipping all these topics, they will help you out in the best manner. The examination is round the corner, it's already April. You have your examination in June, just 2 months left. Yesterday I shared 60-day strategy also, so try to keep a note of all these things, and I'll try to discuss as many new and important things as much as possible, right? I hope all the things are clear to you.